This is Ready, Set, Reiki, a podcast about Reiki and all energy work, from the curious beginner to the seasoned master teacher, welcoming all systems, all lineages, all levels. Reiki is a journey and not a destination. And on this Ready, Set, Reiki journey, I refer to myself as a guide rather than host, as I too am traveling, learning, and supporting others on this Reiki journey as well. And with that said, I am your guide, Tracy Seawright, and this is Ready, Set, Reiki. Hello, everyone. Reiki blessings to one and all. Another amazing journey today. But before we begin, I'd like to invite you to check out an amazing place here on Facebook, a wonderful group, Reiki Business Collective. Here you can share, support, and serve. And no matter where you are on your journey, maybe the thought of starting a business, maybe you're already within a business. So wherever you are, it is a really wonderful place to connect with those in the community. And don't let that business name fool you. No matter where you are, you can join Reiki, be a part of our community. Also, I want to invite you, Reiki Business Summit, April 18th to the 19th. A place to learn, a place to grow. And guess what? You get to hear me. I'm one of the speakers as well. And my mentor, Karen, will also be there as well. And my other teacher, Pamela, also. So great place to learn, to grow, to expand. Check it out. It costs nothing to join the Reiki Business Collective, a fabulous Facebook group. So back to our journey. So let me tell you about my guest, Carla Cunningham. Now, she has been practicing Reiki since receiving level 3 in 2002. Now born and raised in the Pacific Northwest, and she is a proud U.S. Army veteran. She brings both grounded strength and compassion presence to her work. Now she is also a certified sound healer, somatic breathwork practitioner, and a licensed massage therapist with over 29 years of experience. She blends energy healing, sound, breath, and therapeutic touch to create supportive spaces where people can deeply relax, reconnect themselves, and restore their lives in balance. Now she owns and operates a holistic practice in Summer, Washington, named Peaceful Journey Studio. It was formerly known as Peaceful Goddess Massage and Sound Therapy. So let's give a warm Ready, Set, Reiki welcome to Carla.
Hi. I swore I wasn't going to do the handshake, but I did it.
It is all good. It is all good. So welcome to Ready, Set, Reiki. Let's begin this journey together. So I told our listeners just a little bit about you, but I know there is so much more, especially 29 years of experience, right? Beautiful. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, as you said, I pretty much born and raised Pacific Northwest. Spent a little bit of time away during my military experience and working civil service, and then just was being called back to Washington State. This is where my family is, and been here ever since. And then that's when I was trying to figure out what I was going to do after being in the military, and I met someone who said, I'm a massage therapist, and I was like, that's what I'm going to do. I mean, it was like literally that fast. And then that transitioned into realizing my gifts that I have as an energy worker, which then went into the Reiki, and then the sound healing, and now somatic breath work, integrating everything together, because I feel so passionate about how all of these things together can really heal people, and at a much such a deep level. And I am a believer that in combination with talk therapy, which I don't do, all of these things just go together. So we don't have to walk around kind of trying to figure it out on our own.
Beautiful. Well, Reiki surely is a wonderful modality to merge with massage. Absolutely. So
absolutely.
To bring in there. So we're here for the Reiki. When did Reiki come into your life? Did you find Reiki or did it find you?
It found me. I had my youngest son, who is now 25, and taken some time off of work, because now I have 3 young children. Then I had been running my own business, and I'm like, that's a bit much. And so then I was like, okay, I have to do some continuing education in order to renew my license. And so I stumbled across it, knowing that all of my life I had this in me, but I didn't recognize it, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so when I went all in, and I was like, this is exactly what I need right now. And especially as a mom of 3 young children, having that connection with the universal energy, oh, it's perfect, divine timing.
Beautiful, beautiful. So receiving that connection, that attunement, the training in 2002, you've been navigating through this landscape of energy work and healing work for quite some time. As you're out here, what are some of the misconceptions that you have heard about Reiki?
There are 2 that are really stand out in my mind. One is that with church connection, sometimes people don't understand what it is. And so um, they're, I don't know the right word to use. I'm trying to, I want to be respectful of everybody. I think they feel like it kind of goes against their church base belief system.
Mhm.
And in my belief with the Reiki, understanding what it is, it's like it's the universe, like whatever you want to call this higher being, it's the universe, whether it's God or whatever. And so that has been a barrier that I constantly try to be very kind with other people, to meet them and help them to understand that it's not anything against what they've been taught. And the other biggest thing that I've really, after all these years, kind of have just discovered is that people think it's a one and done. I'm going to try this Reiki thing. And then, they don't realize it is a journey, just like any other,
Sure. Yeah.
source of treatment. You don't go to the doctor once and then you're fixed. It is a journey. The journey
Right.
is the best word to describe it, as you've used. And it, it's a process. And, first you have to experience it, and then be open to it, and then receive it, and then start to see the healing in whatever it is, whether it's emotional or physical. So
Right.
that's the big one. That's the one, and it's really kind of interesting after all these years. That's one that just a recent discovery for myself. I'm like, wait a minute, why do people come one time for Reiki
Yeah.
and they can say, "Oh, that was amazing," and then I never see them again, or they just go like, "Okay, that was relaxing," and never see them
Exactly.
again.
Exactly. I mean,
So
when you look back to Dr. Hitachi, his treatment plan were, several times a week over many, many months. So
yes,
that's an interesting thing where, you feel like you're going to go there and it's a magic wand that's going to cure it, but it can take
yes,
decades for them to get that wound or trauma. Now, amazing things have happened,
yes,
miracles have happened, but more than likely it's a cumulative practice. And that's why making it like a lifestyle, it ends up changing your life when you stick with it. So coming that one time with that, with
yeah.
it. Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned that, because I just recently seen documentation from him that showed like the patient name, their whatever it is that they're being treated for, and then the amount of sessions, and then I mean, and it could, people don't think of Reiki as physically healing them. They think
Mhm.
it's like spiritually or
Mhm.
emotionally. And it was like, so I just, he, looked at some of his documented,
Yeah,
um,
he was a very big note taker and
yeah,
documenting things, and it was more than one practitioner that worked on you too. So it could be two or three with that, and you
oh,
stuck with that hand, whatever you come in with. So if I came in with bronchitis, it would be that same hand placement every time in whatever he prescribed, because he was the doctor. As I'm not a doctor, so I can't prescribe or diagnose, but he could,
right,
and the people that worked in his clinic could do that. So it's just so
yeah,
fascinating. So that's why also too, kind of looking at the history of it, so people can kind of understand a little bit more that his wasn't religious at all. His was diagnostic, and
Yeah.
that, and the importance of placing the hand right there on that particular place with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was interesting that that I just recently was presented with this
Yeah,
documented
yeah.
proof, and then you mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're both sound healers, so you probably have this experience where, I know here that people are curious and they come to a sound bath and they just do it once to experience, but it's kind of, even though you can imbue your instruments with the energy and you can place intention in it, Reiki, that's that cumulative practice versus that one session of a sound healing. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and with sound healing, it is also a journey too.
It is.
And
Absolutely.
yeah, so actually I call it my sound journey meditation. But, it also is this same as Reiki. It's not a one and done. This is, you don't go to a talk therapist one time and think
Yeah.
that, oh, thank goodness I had this realization and now
Well,
I'm
many people perceive that as I'm going to go one time because it's a fun thing. But I mean,
yeah,
you can have all the fabulous instruments in the world, right? You can have an amazing setup, but if your intention's not pure, right, and that feeling safe, right, making sure everyone's okay, they're grounded, right? I mean,
yes.
it's so important, because really anybody can just kind of take the bowl and kind of hit it and think they're sending it out with good vibes, but it's just.
Yes. Well, there is the good vibes.
There is the good vibes, right? For sure.
So
Yes.
I went to a training session recently, and I would introduce myself as sound healer, like, oh, so you have a bowl? Like, yes, I have more than one bowl, but yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
you're on the right path.
Right.
What a
Right.
sound healer is.
Right. 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 And you have a lot in the industry that, they'll watch a YouTube video, they'll take a weekend training, and they're out there and they're doing the sound baths.
With
And then you have
yes, with
some
their
that
set of
say
bowls they bought from Amazon.
Amazon, right? But then, I had
Gotta
posted
love
this
Amazon.
question on one of the things on Facebook, and someone's like, well, why are you asking that question? Can you look at yourself and why you're asking that question? I was just curious, because if someone learns this on YouTube and then they're out there, and you and myself, have probably decades of experience, music theory and things like that. And it was kind of interesting. People were like, well, they have to start somewhere. What's wrong with Amazon equipment? And I'm like, okay.
And there's nothing wrong with that, because as when I first became a sound healer, I bought the high quality stuff, and then I have also bought from Facebook Marketplace, and I have bought from Amazon, and some of my favorite instruments are from like Facebook Marketplace that I had no idea what I was getting.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, sure.
Right.
And but that is also a journey, and
Mhm.
that was another question that I'm asked often, like, oh, so I bought some bowls, how do I become a sound healer?
Yeah.
And and the first thing I say is that you just have to keep doing it.
Wow.
And just like Reiki, like the more you do it, the more you get in tune with that energy, the stronger your abilities
Mhm.
become.
Yeah.
And so when at first you're kind of, I think, in your head a lot, am I doing it right? My hands in the right place? Speaking about Reiki, and even with sound healing, do these sounds go
Mhm.
together? And but the more you do it, the more you get out of your head and let
Mhm.
the universe guide you
Yeah.
into, and then and you feel you as a practitioner have amazing experiences along with your people that are there to receive.
Right. Right. You have to cultivate that relationship with your bowls and the energy.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
So, when it is time for you to get an energetic tune up, what are some qualities that you look for in a Reiki practitioner?
I'm going to say number one is intuition. If And that's, I think, I what I it's a feeling, a mutual feeling, like, are you the right practitioner for me?
Right.
And so that, I would say, that's 100%. If I present to someone like, oh, I really need an attunement, and they kind of look at me like, there's kind of like this weird energy exchange, I go like,
Mhm.
okay, we'll talk about, move along, go somewhere else. It's just that the vibe isn't right between me and that person, and maybe they're um Maybe they're just reading the manuals and not really delving deep into the practice.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle. And usually when people come to me and say, why isn't it working? And then we kind of peel back that they're not integrating it into their life. You really have to. And when you look at 24 hours in a day, maybe you're doing it for 5 minutes, but at least you're doing it every day.
Yes.
Bringing
Yeah.
in your principles. And a lot of people forget that. They just kind of show up, they do the training, and they're like, okay, now the magic happens. But
Yeah.
more than that, you got to keep going.
And that's exactly what they tell you in massage school too. It's like you get them 1 hour, but there's 24 hours in a day. So, hopefully a good portion of that they're sleeping and resting.
Sure.
But then the other, however many hours a day, they're doing all the things that create the situation that they need massage, they need Reiki, they need, just spiritual and emotional support. So I try, and I'll be honest with you, I've been guilty of not practicing for myself a
Yeah.
lot of time. Life can get busy. I had 3 kids, and I worked in chiropractic offices that didn't support energy work, and so I kind of put it on the back burner. And then, going through my own personal things, I kind of said I was still practicing, but I wasn't practicing on other people, and I would refer them out to someone that I knew could hold space for them, because I knew I had to work on myself at the time.
Right.
And at the time I thought, what am I doing? I'm giving away business. And now I look back at it and I was like, that was probably the best thing. I'm really proud of that for myself.
Yeah.
To say, I could say, I'm not in the right mind frame to help you right now.
Right.
I'm working on me.
Right.
And so with all that said, so that goes back to like when we do these sessions with people, we have to encourage them. Remember to hold space for yourself.
Yeah. And it's okay, but if someone has that wound, for you to say no, because that's self-care for yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes their energy, no, I can't do this right now. I can't hold space for you, and that's okay. So that's,
I even had a Reiki session not that long ago. I was really distracted because I was getting ready to go on a trip, and I just felt like kept just trying to tell myself, dial back in. And then my brain was going somewhere else. And I'm like, dial back in. And so that was a way, a lesson for me as well, that if I know that the day before I'm going to go on a trip isn't the best day to try to hold space for someone else, I need to recognize that and honor what their needs are.
Right. And to be present. Yeah. Fully present.
Yeah.
So 29 years experience as a massage therapist, certified sound healer, somatic breathwork practitioner, all these wonderful things. You own a business, Peaceful Journey Studio. What advice would you give someone who's just entering spiritual work? Perhaps they're deciding, I'm going to pivot in life. I want to head in this direction. I want to open a space and I want to help others.
First of all, get out of your head. Get really connected with that power that is calling you to do it. Take the time to do that, and just trust that you're being called there, that you're being called there for a reason. And there is something much grander than what we could possibly think of in our own heads. There's a purpose. There's a purpose we're being called. And it might take a little while to figure it out.
Yeah.
But just do the work with yourself, and so that you can, hold space, be present.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid. I'm considering looking at a new location. I'm going today. And she said, so you do this full time for a job? I was like, so people, I think that could have been a barrier.
Yeah.
If I wasn't 100% knowing, yes,
Sure.
that could have been a barrier to someone who's new, where they go like, oh, is this not a real job? So you know what I mean? Like, well, when I first started doing massage, almost 30 years ago, I was in massage school. It was viewed much different than it is now.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everyone knows what that means. Like, oh, you do massage, you're a masseuse. And now everyone's like, oh my gosh, I need a massage. Like,
I know. And they'll ask you, like, when can I book you? Yeah. So completely different. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I didn't let that stop me as a barrier. I was like, I'm a massage therapist, and you know, yes, this is my career. I went to school for this. It's not
Yeah.
like I just like started rubbing shoulders and here I
Sure.
am.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do quite
So
good
and
at it. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and so that would be the biggest thing I would say. Just trust it. Trust it can. You got to put work into it.
Mhm.
Um, and really, once you start trusting the universe that it's going to land for you and your intentions, and not everybody's wanting to make, like I have my intention is not necessarily like, oh, I'm going to be rich.
Yeah, of
Um, but it's like my intention is I want to help people, and
course.
and of course with that, we do have to pay our bills, and so
Oh, absolutely.
yeah,
And especially
yeah,
like in Reiki, people kind of haggle and things like that. But I mean, as a person who's holding space, you have to pay for the space that you're in. You have to pay for your insurance, right? You have to pay
mhm,
for your website, your booking site. There's things that have to be paid too. And then if you're doing it online, you're paying for your Zoom, you're paying for your education as well, because you're
yes.
taking
And
this
with sound healing, it like my husband, he's like,
whole.
don't you have enough? I'm like, no.
I know. I know. I think I counted, I had like 21 bowls, and I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous. And I have a sound bath I'm doing on Wednesday, and I bought another. You can't help yourself. You really can't.
Yes.
Like, and when
Right.
you mentioned about different places, there was this kind of chime that was supposedly like a tuning fork, and it was from Amazon. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a risk here. And I got it. It had the most beautiful sounds. And I'm like, wow, like, look at that. Like, this is like so fantastic. So that's another piece. But yeah, you just keep building on. And that's an
Yeah.
investment too. Those bowls, nice
Oh my
quality bowls, you know, it's like, well, I don't collect china, right? Right. Like my parents.
God. Right. I don't have shot skis. I have
It's just like,
instruments.
right? Here's my bowl, right?
Yeah. My latest, my flute.
I know, right?
I try to catch, well, I definitely took advantage of Black Friday sales.
Yes. Yes.
Things that I'd had my eye on for a bit, but I do
Beautiful.
feel like every time you buy a new tool, instrument, it adds layers to the
Hmm.
sound, because what may hit home for one person doesn't for another. And so you may have that one, they go like, oh my gosh, I bought this really big drum from
Yeah.
a drum store in Portland. My son lives down there. And I was really nervous the first time I'm going to use it. And I'm like, okay, I'm going for it. I'll just make it short. And someone came to me after, she goes, oh my gosh, that drum literally made me cry. She goes,
Aw.
it just hit me like at my roots.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, yes, I'm so glad I brought the drum, because I almost considered not bringing it, because I
Right.
was like, it's so new. I don't even know what to do with this thing yet.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
yeah, I have a few more drums.
I know. About a year and a half ago, I went into a thrift shop. Sometimes you get lucky in a thrift shop, and
Really?
someone handmade some type of shells, like seed nut shells or
Oh,
something, and you could put them on. I think it was a part of a costume. And I thought, I could play with this. So I was doing ASMR and Insight Timer, and these shells have been like the biggest hit. And like people will like ask me to play them, and they're like, it puts them to sleep. And they asked me to record, and I was like, these were
oh my God.
like just
I
probably
have some of those, by the way.
exactly, but this was somebody made them into cufflinks or something. You can
Oh,
see they were sewn and things as part of a costume, and there
oh
were
gosh.
4 of them. And I thought, well, let me see, and I just shake them up, and it was like, so you never know,
Yeah.
where you're gonna
Yeah.
find it.
Yeah, I
So
know. Sometimes it's like just, oh, the water sound, or somebody on the opposite. Speaking of veterans, I do the flumi on the gong, and that kind of set off his PTSD, because
yeah,
he was a diver and he lost a friend in a
yeah,
diving
yeah,
incident.
and
And
that's
so,
what the thing too is. These
yeah,
weekend trainings concern me because being trauma informed, because
yeah.
fireworks is a big trauma, right? Certain
Mhm.
certain sounds can trigger someone. So just to be extremely mindful, and it goes back to that, do you feel safe? One should
Yes.
feel safe. One should feel
Yeah.
grounded that you're okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So now with that going forward, I do tell people,
Mhm.
one I get, because I kind of, I do I call it a journey,
Yeah.
soft. I go to the the deeper stuff, and then I
Mhm.
bring it down soft again. And
Yeah.
like when I'm up here in this deeper work, this is where it may bring out
Sure.
some trauma
Yeah. Yeah.
or some like I've had someone even say like he questioned like, hey, am I in the right place right now? And
Oh, yeah.
so I informed them and I'd say, just so you know,
Yeah.
you like embrace that feeling. You can question it at that
Mhm.
time or later, think
Yeah.
about it, journal about it. But just know we're going to go back to the safe space again.
Yeah.
The nice soft sounds. And that has changed. I haven't had anyone
Yeah.
come to me with a like, oh boy, the gong made me feel like
Right.
triggered. Yeah.
Yeah, and I walk them all through it. And one of the things I also tell them as a trauma informed teacher, as you're laying on your back, because I have like yoga mats and blankets and everything, if that sound becomes too uncomfortable, know that you never have to force yourself through it. I'll tell them to put their hand on their chest and just raise their finger, and that'll tell me that I need to shift the sound. So I'll bring in
Back it
maybe
up.
a whooshy chime or something. And I said, so when you feel it starting, it's almost that kind of visualization of that frog in boiling water, right? You don't want to get to
Hmm.
that point, and then like roll on your side and then
Yes.
be there for a moment. So those are the two signs that'll tell me, and I just kind of watch them so that they know that they're safe and they don't have to, because even like my daughter had a concussion and the sound would bother her. My husband gets triggered by
Oh,
headaches, and even people on the spectrum, certain sounds affect them. So I wanted them just to feel safe. So that's kind of an option
yeah.
I
Yeah.
throw out there, is like, let me know. That's a way to communicate for me, because I don't know how it's going to land in your body. The
Right.
intention is that it brings you calm and peace and relaxation, but it might bring some type of memory up that, might be suppressed. So I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that also leads me to like when I began, I always tell people like come with no expectations,
Yeah.
but it try to embrace everything and go with the journey.
Right.
Um, because someone would say, "Oh, I just fell asleep." I'm like, "Well, that's exactly what your body
Exactly.
needed."
Yeah. I
And
tell people I take the highest compliment that you're snoring.
some people say, "Oh, I've seen like colors," like so they have like a psychedelic
Mhm.
response or cry or And so I just say, come with no expectations. Even if you've been here before, this journey may be different than the last journey,
Yeah.
and with that is definitely something was talked a lot about in the somatic breathwork training.
Yeah.
Like come with no expectations because you just really don't know what might be
Mhm.
brewing down there inside
Yeah.
of you. Could have been last week or 4 decades ago.
Sure. Sure.
And it's going to come forward and just go with the journey and accept it. And what made me think of that is because you said just turn on your side, because they coach you how to turn people onto their side, because that fetal,
Yeah.
hugging yourself, fetal
Yeah.
position
Yeah.
is such a safe space.
Yeah.
And so then you can just feel like whatever it is I want to do,
Yeah.
if I want to
Yeah.
cry, I want to,
Yeah.
whatever it is, then I feel safe because
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
with
And when you
me.
think about like CPR training, that's the rescue pose, laying on your side. If you're by yourself and you have no one to help you, you lay that person on the side to go get help.
Oh, see, I
Yeah.
didn't even know that. And here I have to do CPR. Maybe that's something they've missed
Yeah. Yeah.
lacked in my training. I
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
be CPR certified to be a massage therapist. So that's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. Yeah. So what books do you recommend?
I'm not really a book reader, but I hop on every single Reiki online course I can take.
Beautiful.
And because of what I have learned is, and it may cost $97, it may cost $14,
Yeah.
whatever. But I have learned that every single person that teaches Reiki um, has a different, brings something new to the table.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'll go like, oh, that's a great way to look at it, or a great
Yeah.
way to verbalize it, or a great way to, you know, um, to yeah, verbalize it, explain it to other people, and like it may be something just that hits me a little bit more than the previous person. And so even though, like I said, I was level 3 22 years ago or
Yeah.
whatever it was, I just feel like I learned something new every single time.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's why
now
it's a
I
journey.
am
There's no there.
The warrior goddess training, I could say, is I would, if I was going to recommend a book, would be one. But yeah, I'm just not really like
It's okay.
a huge book reader.
There's some people that aren't, that you can always recommend like podcasts and things. So yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
That's what you use on your journey. So what other services do you offer? Do you offer classes, trainings, events?
So events. So I am okay with sound healing. I am a certified facilitator through Life Changing Energy. Um, but I haven't. I am going to put on my first class soon, like
Yay.
next month.
Yeah,
Yes.
good.
And as far as events, retreat is number one goal. Haven't done it yet, but it is in the works. And then locally, I actually this Sunday I'm doing a floating sound bath at a local Fife Aquatic Center, local pool with a co-partner of mine. Her name is Laura Nelson, and it's going to be wonderful. Her partner, longtime partner Josh, he's going to be playing the guitar as people enter. We're going to gently get them on their floaties, and then we're going to do a sound bath. And she's going to be in the water with people.
Yeah.
And so then we're going to do another one of those next month. So it's like every month, just my Facebook or on my website, I'll be posting events and the class that I'm going to do. I think I'm going to start with the training for the sound healing, a Zoom, online course.
Right. Wonderful.
Yeah, because it's, you know, you can reach more people from all over. It was like I said, when I was at this training recently, everyone kept asking about how did they become certified? How do they become certified? And so I was like, well, I guess now's the time. I've been talking about doing it for about a year, so
yeah,
do it.
all right, wonderful.
Yeah,
So
becoming. I've been doing sound healing for about 5 years, and now finally becoming confident enough
good,
with
yeah,
all the trial and error,
yeah,
that I'm ready to teach other
beautiful,
people.
beautiful.
Yeah,
I love that.
I'm excited.
So where can someone find you, online or in person, if they're interested in a session service that you provide?
So my website is peacefuljourneystudio.com. And that was, like, as we mentioned in the beginning, formerly Peaceful Goddess Massage and Sound Therapy. Well, it's Peaceful Goddess Massage that transitioned to and Sound Therapy. And now it's peacefuljourneystudio.com. And then, of course, Facebook, I'm still at Peaceful Goddess Massage. And Instagram is Peaceful Goddess Massage with underscores in between the words. So as I'm still in transition, I just kind of made the decision. I'd been talking about rebranding for quite a while, and I was like, I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
We have the year of the fire horse like tomorrow, so it seems that a lot of people are pivoting and switching and rebranding. So always a good thing, right?
Yeah, I was a little hesitant about rebranding because everyone knows me as Peaceful Goddess Massage.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought, well, I don't want to be seen as just a massage therapist anymore.
Sure. Yeah.
I want it to be like they know they can come and get all of the services that I offer.
Beautiful. Well, that ends the first part of our journey. I'm going to guide you through the second part, which are questions from social media and listeners. So here we go. Number one. All right. Now, how do you integrate Reiki into your lifestyle?
I do self guided Reiki, especially at times where I feel like I need to be grounded. It's so easy to be like in this crazy chaotic world, and I can feel myself just like spiraling, and I'll just go take a moment, and then I kind of do my thing that I do when I'm doing Reiki with someone else, where I envision my crown chakra and just being filled with this beautiful white light of the universe. And I can even do it for just a few minutes, and then just until I feel good. And then I'm like, whew, I come out the other side, ready to face the chaos.
Right. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that. Number two. Now, we had talked earlier about, sound baths and practitioners. So what, in your experience, what are some qualities that you should look for or you look for in a sound practitioner?
That's a tough question because you don't really know
Mm-hmm.
until you experience the sound bath or sound journey from them. And then, if it just kind of didn't really meet my expectations, I say, well, they're learning, you
Yeah,
know, so they're still in their beginning journey. Um, I don't think that there's anybody that can't be a sound bath practitioner or, it's a process.
right, right. And you'll find too that if it doesn't resonate, people won't come back.
Yeah.
You know,
And I reflected recently on my very first sound bath, and my husband helped me. He's been a great supporter, and then I was like, oh, that was definitely a learning experience compared to what what I offer now, what I
sure,
provide now is so,
sure,
I give grace because it is quite a learning journey.
it is. Yeah, very good. Next one. What are the benefits of incorporating energy healing into massage?
With incorporating energy healing, now you're healing the whole person, not just physically. Everyone loves a massage. I mean, well, okay, 99.9% of the people love massage. I don't understand people that don't, but it's okay.
My husband's in
um,
that 1%. He doesn't like the massage. Yeah.
my husband is not a fan either, which I'm like, yay for me. He doesn't ask me to massage him when I'm at home, but he's only come to me for massage when he's in real pain, so it probably never really felt great to him when I
Same
did
thing with the
massage.
Reiki. My husband has to be, and he's like, he calls it Reiki. Do that Reiki thing on me.
Work your magic. But yes, with incorporating energy work with massage, I really do feel like I am treating the whole
Mhm.
person, not just your physical, because we can physically have pain due to the other stuff that we're holding on to, for sure.
Right, right. I love it. And also, well, I know here in Texas, I get a lot of massage therapists as students because I offer CE credits for them because
Oh,
here
okay.
you can offer energy work as that. So that's I am a what's called a TDL provider where I can provide the credits for the massage therapist towards energy work for their licensing.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah. So, well, that was our last question. As we've been talking, is there anything that you might have forgotten or something you want to share with the listeners? The floor is yours.
I think we covered most everything. I guess I could take a little marketing plug and say I'm offering free somatic breath work right now because I haven't been certified officially yet. And so I have to do so many free, and the only cost to everyone is their feedback that I have to submit. But just know that it is such an amazing healing journey. I can't even describe in words. And and then along with everything else that I have to offer, it's like I feel like I don't think there's anything else I have to add to my plate. I am also a forest bath, certified forest bath
Oh, I love those. Yeah.
facilitator, but in which yeah, I am a hiker and stuff. But I kind of was like, I think I got enough going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I feel like my plate is like full, and I mean that in a very positive way. I feel like I have what I'm offering right
Yeah.
now is so crucial, and especially with like the way the world is right now, it's like so much uh, chaos and negativity, and it's like
Yeah.
we all need healing, and even if it doesn't have to go on with currently, but it's like our lives, like everyone has trauma,
Yeah.
whether it's minor, may have seemed minor at the time, but you've carried it your whole life,
Sure.
then
Yeah.
it becomes
Yeah.
uh, a form of what they call disease.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I even say, like, even carrying a glass of water for a long period of time becomes
It gets
heavy.
heavy.
Mhm.
Yes, yes. And
Yeah.
so I think this is the kind, I mean, what I'm doing. I just feel like it's literally, there's nobody on this planet that couldn't use this work that we are doing, should I say. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let us know your website one more time.
Peacefuljourneystudio.com.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for joining me on this journey and taking time out of your very busy schedule. And thank you for all of the offerings that you are providing for everyone in the world. So thank you so much.
Thank you. I was such an honor to be on this podcast.
Wonderful. All right, my beautiful listeners, if you want your question featured on the podcast, reach out, www.readysetreiki.com. Check me out on social media. I'm Tracy C. Wright, and this has been Ready, Set, Reiki.